Welcome everybody, this is Cheegum. Welcome back to yet another video about me talking about the calligraphy art that I make. In this video I'll be talking about a couple of rules that I follow, that I have sort of self-imposed to make this art. Makes it a bit challenging, yet all the while makes it look good and makes it beautiful and symmetric and whatnot. So without further ado, I'll dive into the first rule. I've written it down in Microsoft Word so that I do not forget. Rule number 1, the final product must be a square or a rectangle. So as you have seen from my drawings, I've gathered some in here. This is something that I made earlier this year. This is my father's name, Muhammad Hassan. But you can tell from the image that the final product is a rectangle. Here you can see it's this is the phrase Pakistan Tehreek Insaf. Final product is a rectangle. That's pretty simple. Rule number 1. What is rule number 2? Rule number 2 says there should be no holes. What do I mean by that? And for that, to explain that, I'm gonna start at Microsoft Paint real quick, and I'll go back to the standard mode, the one that I use to write these words. For example, if you go back to this image, look at this last word, insaf. All right, let's try to write this word. So with experience, I've noticed the least flexible word in this case is the fe, which decides the size of this word, because I cannot make this any smaller, this fe. It has to be of these dimensions, and the rest of the word has to match. So alif nun swad alif fe. So ideally it would be something like this. This would be the swad, this would be the noon, and then the aleph. Now the problem is this part that's left out here, it's no fun. This is a 2x3 part that's just sitting there. It's basically a big gaping hole. Cannot have that. So hence the swad has to be increased in size a bit so it can fill the entirety of this region. So holes are anything that are 2x2 in width, 2 dots by 2 dots or more. In the past, I have made some mistakes which have violated both these rules, and which is fine. This is art. Play around with it and learn from. Let me show you an example. I wrote the phrase Ramadan Mubarak. It is a rectangle product. The final product is rectangle. However, unfortunately, this in the end, this kaf has a 2x2 space in there. I never noticed it back then, but another image that I made here, even this one, Ramadan Mubarak Gupshup, it has a 2x2 in here. This was a mistake. So this is one that I made for a contest on Gupshup, and here look, it says Jashan Azadi Mubarak, and I have fixed the kaf in the end so that it does not have a 2x2. All it has is a 1x2, which is perfectly fine. So that is an example of that rule gone wrong. The first rule too, the final product being a square or a rectangle, I had made a mistake in that one too. So here, this one, this reads ihtisab, which means accountability. Roughly it means accountability. The one mistake that I've made is the final product is not exactly a square, because this is the rectangle or square part, and then here's a dot sticking up. I mean, yeah, artistically this looks okay too, but I would rather not have this whole area. So in order to fix this, I came up with a solution which incorporated that dot in the bay itself. So this is the same word again, ihtisab alif he de sin alif bay, and the dot is sort of incorporated in the actual body of the word. So there you go, guys. 2 rules. If you feel that these are too restrictive, come up with your own rules. Come up with a 3rd rule. Come up with could be anything. Come up with a 4th rule. As long as the final product looks beautiful, that's all that matters. That was it. That's all for today. Thank you guys for listening. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.